You're still watching TVC Breakfast. Back in Lagos, it's now time for us to find out what is trending all around the world. And the only lady that can tell me what is happening and I'll truly believe is standing by. Olamide Odekole, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Rhea and team again. You give me too much credit, but we've got a lot to get into. Shall we see what everyone's talking about this morning?
Take it away.
So let's go. Good morning, Nigeria. Like I always say, TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eyes on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, my team and I do our best to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with this story that's still taking over social media, where U.S. President Donald Trump's recent threat of military action against Nigeria over alleged Christian persecution has sparked a wave of reactions from across the country, from politicians and clergy to activists and even entertainers. Leading the backlash, former Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo issued a fiery warning declaring that Nigeria would become the graveyard of Trump and any other U.S. military if such a threat were ever carried out. From the pulpit, Pastor Wale Adefarasin of the Guiding Light Assembly questioned America's sudden moral concern, suggesting that economic and strategic interests rather than human rights may be shaping Washington's stance on Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Anambra State Governor, Chukwuma Soludo, also weighed in on the conversation, warning President Trump against oversimplifying Nigeria's complex security situation. He said that if Nigeria ever sought support, it would come through formal cooperation, not threats like the one Trump made on X. Drawing a sharp analogy, Soludo questioned whether Africa should have threatened to invade the United States during the Black Lives Matter protests, saying that such an idea would have been absurd. Human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi joined the conversation, urging the West to stop enabling corruption under the guise of aid. He said, "Stop all assistance if you must help us, but stop being the recipients of our stolen wealth." Farotimi called on foreign governments to deny safe havens and banking access to Nigerians he described as the perpetrators of violence in Nigeria, insisting that justice must begin where stolen funds are hidden. Even controversial street pop artist Portable, known to be largely apolitical, jumped into the debate with his own colorful commentary that quickly went viral online. Take a look at these reactions.
Where I had occasion to speak to U.S. government officials, and when I was asked, is there anything we can do for you? I said, no, we don't require anything from you. I want nothing from anybody. Just stick your nose out of our business.
And I'm trying to understand this sudden love for Christians. Is it because we now have one of the largest refineries in the world and no longer have to ship raw materials abroad and bring the finished products?
Maybe Trump is the coroner for the fall of the American empire. He just says whatever.
Now, there are many more reactions online, but for a lack of time, we can't get into all of them. But we are seeing people, A-list, B-list, politicians, clergymen, even Portable chimed in and said he's ready to fight. Everybody is talking about this. What do you think our voices should be used for right now? Do you think that we should have a united voice?
Mm-hmm. Of course we should. Yes, and if you see the array of people that you even brought in this report, it shows that the condemnation cuts across all strata of the society. Portable, Asari Dokubo, Farotimi, and Adefarasi. These are people that represent different things, but all of them have the same thing to say. And Governor Soludo too, let me not forget him.
For me, at the end of the day, this should be a wake-up call to us. We should try to gather together and make Nigeria better in terms of security. We should make sure that our house is good and safe so that nobody can come and tell us anything. We should make sure that we stop the killings of every Nigerian, and just make sure that Nigeria is a peaceful place. At the end of the day, that has always been my stand in this issue, that we take it as a wake-up call and we take our security very, very strong and make sure that Nigerians are safe, because we deserve to be safe.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria is one of the greatest countries on earth, blessed with immense human and natural resources. Anyone would want to come in here and get a bite of what we have. And so our first call is to protect our country and what we have. Anyone who wants to come in here and do business with us should come through the open door, and let's talk diplomatically as one friend to another. Threatening Nigeria will never work any day, anytime, and that's it.
Absolutely. I mean, earlier on in this conversation, Tim, we spoke about the importance of data-driven storytelling and data collation in stamping out terrorists. And so these statements and these people chiming in on this conversation is good, but they're not numbers, and they will never be as viable or as accurate as numbers. Friedrich Nietzsche once said that there is no truth. The absolute truth is that there are no absolute truths. Indeed, there are many sides and dimensions to this story. Thank you so much for your input. Moving on to lighter news, because everything is so heavy right now. Musician and singer Waje has revealed that she was the female voice behind P-Square's 2007 hit, Do Me, and she says that she never received any financial reward for her contribution. Speaking on the Honest Bunch podcast with Daddy Freeze, the 45-year-old said that she didn't earn a dime from P-Square's Do Me, I Do You. This is what she had to say.
Me, I do you, man, no go back.
That do me. Say now you get the female voice when they there. Not true?
Now me.
Now your voice?
Now my voice.
I hear
you know, sit talk is cheap. I didn't make any money because at the time, imagine you hearing your voice and you're in on the Shakman markets and you're telling them, oh, it's my voice, and they're looking at it because you're not cable. Who are you?
It's okay. Sorry.
Did you ask questions? Did you ask why credit was not given to you for the song?
Uncle Chris had called me and told me that they were going to SA to shoot the video.
Now, Waje, whose real name is Out+Waje Yoruba, delivered the song's now iconic chorus, but she was neither officially credited nor featured in the video, reportedly because she didn't have a passport at the time. But despite all of this, Do Me became a nationwide anthem, and it helped cement her place as one of Nigeria's most powerful vocalists. She also later in that interview spoke candidly about becoming a mother at 16 years old, recalling how the child's father initially rejected her and their daughter, later returned, and even demanded a DNA test. And she obliged, although he never actually took responsibility afterwards. But through it all, Waje says that her journey has been one of resilience and finding her voice, both in music and in life. Let's take a look at some social media reactions to this. Ola says, everyone lamenting should understand some historical context. The Nigerian Afro-hip-hop scene was just emerging then. Most of these things are done with vibes and inshallah. She will even see it as a favor to do the vocal for Big P-Square back then. But people know better now. ISIP says, she's a real lioness. Waje's story is a reminder that strength isn't just about surviving. It's about standing firm when the world expects you to break. So many young girls go through silent battles like this, yet rise to become symbols of resilience. Her journey deserves all the respect. I love to see a positive tweet. Adeola V says, Nigerian music industry runs on use and forget. Too many legends work behind the scenes with zero credit. Very interesting. Now, team, this conversation is very, very pertinent because we've spoken about several times about how Afrobeat is a viable and tangible global export. It's important that young creatives, young musicians, no matter who they are, producers, singers, vision mixers, or sound mixers, are credited for their work. But a wise man once said, "Do me, I do you."
Man go vex. It's our man go vex.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, Waje agreed to the arrangement as at that time. Not that she didn't know that she was supposed to be credited somehow. I also know that she insisted that the only way she will put her voice to that thing is if there will be a video on that song. Unfortunately, when the video came, I didn't see her face, but I must tell you, she has one of the sweetest voices, and I love her personality too.
No, I love Waje so much. Waje is a star in every way. She's one of the treasures that we have in Nigeria. But until I hear this interview fully, then I will understand what happens, because there's this thing the Honest Bunch does. They will just cut, and you would not even know what she's really saying. Because I know that there's no animosity between she and P-Square, so I need to follow through to find out what really happened. But at the end of the day, all of them were young at that time. I'm sure that nobody was exploiting anybody. They were all trying to get to the top. And right now, they've all gotten to the top. I'm sure that she can pick her phone and call them whenever she needs something and they would oblige. So I don't want us to put it like they are against each other. I feel like we're all one, and it happens when you're growing. I've done a lot of free jobs as well. I'm not going to go back and tell the people, why didn't you give me? I was trying to get, ahead in the career. But also she spoke about being a single mom. I remember I met her daughter in Dubai during the One Africa Music Fest, and her daughter is so well trained. When you see the daughter, you can understand the principles that Waje has always stood by. So you're a strong woman. I congratulate you. Well done. We love you.
I mean, Waje is absolutely beautiful. Each time I see her sit as a judge on any of the reality shows, and she brings her depth of experience and skill, she regales that. And so, for this, like you said, Rhea, they were trying to find their footing. However, I think this should also serve as a message to talent and industry experts of different levels. Whilst we're trying to get people, to feature them on one thing or the other, whether it's in the media, the arts, and any other form of entertainment industry in the country, please give them whatever you can, just to show some form of appreciation. This feeling of, make I just show you my platform big, you be small. No. If you want to feature somebody, as long as that person is bringing some kind of value to the table, there should be a structured appreciation for the person. It might not be pretty big, but it should be there.
Now, so let me just say something quickly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think that if you want to be great, there's no way you'll say you don't want to serve. Sometimes maybe we overdo it, but at the end of the day, some of the greatest jobs I've gotten are from the free jobs I did. I weighed the jobs, and I got a lot from that. I got a very big paying gig from a job that I went to do for free. So I think that sometimes when people have the platform as well, you need to leverage on that platform to get to where you want to be. It's just that the people should not abuse it as well, but it's very important.
I think we've all done that. There's a difference between you willingly doing that and then getting on board on something that you should be appreciated.
Absolutely,
I think that should go down to the minds of every other person.
Absolutely, and Rhea, I must say, you were one of the lucky ones. There are several people who are taking advantage of young people's intellectual property and their creative input. So you are one of the lucky ones, and there are people who bring you up and teach you and show you the ropes, and in due time you get your flowers. But there are certain people who don't always offer that help. But thank you so much for your input, team. Still in the world of entertainment, some very sad news, where renowned Nigerian musician and live band leader Akinloye Tofowomo, better known as Akin Sugar, has unfortunately passed away. In a statement that was released by his family yesterday, they confirmed that he died on the 30th of October in New Brunswick, Canada. He was just 50 years old. The family says that details of his memorial arrangements will be announced in due course. Born on the 6th of January 1975 in Ileoluji, Ondo State, Akin Sugar's story is one of courage and conviction. He was stricken by polio at the age of 5, and he defied all odds to become one of Nigeria's most celebrated live band performers in music. And in 1998, he founded the Sugar Band, and over the years, it grew into a 14-member powerhouse known for their vibrant performances at weddings, corporate events, and state functions. But beyond the spotlight, Akin Sugar championed the live music industry as founder and president of the Association of Music Band Owners of Nigeria, working hard to raise standards and advocate for musicians' welfare all across Nigeria. On behalf of TVC Communications, we condole with his family in this hard time. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Let's take a look at social media. ISIP says, a legend is gone too soon. Akin Sugar wasn't just a performer, he was a movement that revived live music and inspired resilience through his story and sound. His energy, optimism, and voice defined a generation of authentic Nigerian music. Rest easy, King. Your rhythm will live forever in our hearts. Team, you touch on this very quickly. It's already a sad day as it is, but when we think about live music paved the way for the Afro beats that we're hearing today. The drums and the sweat of those musicians who will roll around with heavy instruments and 15-man bands. Men like Akin Sugar, who have unfortunately now passed away. We've truly lost something special.
If anything takes me out now, purely for entertainment, because I just want to go and relax, I'll look for a place that has a live band, because there's a connection that you feel when music is being performed live. Akin Sugar was one of the best. I've had the privilege of attending events where he played, and he had a way with the microphone and the band. One of the biggest respect that could be given him is that his band should not be disbanded. It should stay in his memory. Rest in peace, brother.
May he rest in peace. Such a sad news. A legend, you know, his music cut across, touched different lives. You know, his music will just make you happy when you're there if he's playing. So please, I'm just praying that the family will be able to have the fortitude for this great loss. May he rest in peace.
Indeed, absolutely. Akin Sugar, this is one of the reasons why I say Nigeria is one of the greatest and blessed countries on earth. Such an immense piece of music. He delivered his job absolutely well anytime he handled that microphone. Boy, you can be where he's singing and you're putting the most for cheer. No, you go move. You know, but this is what it's come to be. We thank God for his life and what he's brought to the country. Thank you, sir. And take your flowers as you go home.
Thank you all so much for your input, team. Moving on, still in the world of entertainment, although I'm not very happy to talk about this story, Nollywood actress Regina Daniels has alleged harassment and intimidation by her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko, against her family. Now, in an Instagram story yesterday, the 24-year-old film star claimed that her family members were arrested and detained in alleged attempts by her husband, Ned Nwoko, to force her into rehabilitation. She said, "Someone please help me. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I never thought I would do this, but my big brother and my big sister have been arrested. This is very, very sad to see." This is very, very sad to see. Indeed, as you can see right there, her whole family is being targeted and arrested. Take a look at this video.
What gun? Who are you acting on?
High star, so they can boost your own, your falling star. You wanted a high star to boost your falling star. I swallowed it, I kept quiet. I was covering you. Now, in fact, you have the same way you went up, you will come down. Yes. If you think you can bite the finger that fed you, you will go down. People are saying money. Which money? Which money? Because you're covering you up. Regina will come out by Odogu. You are making it to feel like feel funky. When you're going for election, how much did Gina give to you?
50K.
How much did Gina give to you? $50,000.
$50,000.
That's what the contract I gave to you to support your election. Then the people are saying that she's is it choice? And the one I supported you with. All my resources right inside your election. You are mad. Because people are saying no because of the gold digger.
Now that was Regina Daniels' mother speaking out in reaction to her son and her daughter, Regina Daniels' sister, being arrested. But Regina herself further accused Ned Nwoko of trying to tarnish her image by labeling her a drug addict, saying that she'd chosen to remain silent in the midst of provocation. She further spoke on the breakdown of their relationship, and she said that it's now obvious that what's happening has become a war, but that it's a shame that the beautiful but legacy that they built is about to be ridiculed by the whole world. She asked Ned, must things go completely south if partners are no longer interested? She said that she's going to do everything she can to protect her family. So I don't know what that means for their marriage. Let's take a look at social media. Recall that this is coming just weeks after the scandal that we saw where she was crying and alleged that Ned Nwoko was beating her up and assaulting her in their home. Data for the poor says, we don't need money, we need freedom. Regina traded her freedom for money and fame and forgot that there will be consequences. It's her cross and she will carry it. And I hope other younger girls will learn from her mistake. We don't need money, we need freedom. Street Professor says, when you have personal problems and you write them on social media, what do you intend to achieve? Social media is not a law court. Most people who run the justice system are not even on social media. So what exactly are we supposed to do with this information about your marital life? And the list says, can this family allow us rest for once? In this country, we have serious issues we are dealing with. Team, unfortunately, time is not our friend today. But please chime in on this. The drama is getting out of hand. You have brothers and sisters, family members being arrested. You have a mother who once co-signed and supported this marriage, now coming out to say the obscenities against this man. What is going on?
Look, Donald Trump is threatening to bring soldiers to Nigeria. That's where I want to concentrate on. That is family matter. I wonder what he's doing on social media.
Mr.
I wonder as well.
Well, let's not wonder. Let's try to save our own.
Right.
Regina is our own at the end of the day. I'm not taking stands, but you know, I feel like Ned is doing too much. Also, Regina's mother, I really blame her a lot, because no Nigerian is going to believe you that, you know, you gave Ned that amount of money. They'll ask you, where did your little daughter get that kind of money? It's very dicey. It's very dicey. Nelson, quickly?
I mean, absolutely. This shouldn't even be on social. That's why I warn against, look, put your professional life on social media, leave your private life home.
All right,
That's it.
we have to go. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a fantastic show, if I do say so myself. Let's let you know for the views and reactions of our resource person, Nadias, and have no connection whatsoever with TVC. Up next is Your View with the beautiful ladies, and just after that is This Morning with Yori Folarin. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Do stay safe. Good morning, Nigeria.
Bye-bye.